I may as well use this opportunity to show off a couple other things. This seems like a pretty sparsely populated item world level. Let's capture this cat. Nekomata, I think was what I call her. So some of the characters, I'll show it later, but some of the characters are part of a club, for lack of a better term, that can capture enemies. And so Caroline here, she's one of them. So I'm going to get her up next to this character, and you're supposed to weaken the characters first, but I'm going to see if she can pull it off without doing that. So it's a special ability. So this one, there's an area of 1 and an area of 3, and I'm sure there's more once they develop these. So yeah. So this, up there on the upper left, it's kind of indicating that she's, my character's strong enough to take her down without weakening the enemy first. So let's try that. Okay, so she's been captured. And let's just grab that other guy too. And let's just grab a chest while we're at it. What are you holding? What are you holding? Alright. These normal chests aren't usually really worth it. Again, this is the skill that will allow him to one-shot any chest. And then there's also this level sphere, which if you break it will increase the level of the item. These aren't too hard to break, so let me just, let me get like... Seraphine can probably do it from here. Oh, nope, she's only doing half of it. Actually, that'll let me show off the Maid. So I'm gonna have her attack it. She'll get it about half down, and then I'll show how to complete it. And I need to get someone over here. So let's. This guy can fly pretty fast. Alright, so he's on his way. Okay, so let's run that turn. Alright, so we captured that guy. Okay, so she took half the hit points off this thing, but it would be great if she could shoot again. And that's what the Maid class is for, or one of the main reasons. So you actually start with a Maid. And her most powerful skill at this point is Afternoon Tea, which basically allows any of your characters to take another turn, which is hugely important. So I'm gonna do that. Okay, so Seraphine, it's now like she hasn't moved at all. She could move again, and she could attack again, use a skill again, use an item again, everything. So I'm just going to do a regular attack again to break the level sphere. And then we will end the turn. Let me heal this guy up while we're at it. As you can see, I have the DLC for Flan and the rest of that crew. Okay, so the level sphere has been destroyed, and there's going to be a bonus to the items level up. So that was Flan's Giga Heal, which was way overkill for what I needed to do there, but whatever. I wanted to practice it. Alright, so I think I can take this guy out. Oh, it's not a one-shot. Let's see. That'll one-shot him. Okay, so that clears that stage, and let me just go back and show the jail, which is where all the captured characters are. So... another bottle guy, but I don't want to deal with that right now, so... let's Dale out of here. Whoop, nope, not that. So I hadn't spent very much time in the item world there, but you can see I've got this thing up to level 87. I'm on floor 74, and I'm just going to keep working on that. So back at HQ, this is showing that I have completed a quest and that a new innocent was born on the innocent farm, which I haven't shown yet, but I'll go show that later. So let me turn in that quest. And it looks like, oh yeah, this quest was to reach a weapon mastery of 15 in the in this weapon type, which is the creature's magical weapon. So we did that, and it looks like I got a skill scroll for doing that. Not super useful one, but. And it gave me access to a new quest, which is to get that same weapon mastery level up to 30, which isn't going to happen for a while for my characters. So I'm not going to accept that quest just yet. All right, so let's go back to the I'll go to the jail, but first I want to show the group. So this is where you make your groups, and let's see. This is actually the first group here is the one that allows its members to perform that capture move. And you'll notice there's locked slots here. You have to power up the groups, and there are a whole bunch of groups. You have to power them up by basically feeding them captured enemies. So if I go here, you can see that I've got it up to level 5 now. And what happened was it gave me access to new capturing types, like the 3 square type, and it also allowed me to, let's see, it allowed me to include more people in the group, and it increased the effects of the when you kind of beat on the characters in the jail, which I'll show later. It showed the effectiveness of that. And it also increased the effectiveness of those moves to increase the likelihood of a capture. And you can see kind of in the number 593 there in the upper right, that's how many more levels worth of creatures I would need to feed to this group to level it up again. So if I wanted to get to level 6 and open up 2 more slots, I'd have to give it 593 worth of levels of captured enemies, which I've got so many, I'm just going to feed them a few. I don't think there was anyone here I wanted to keep. Okay, I don't need that guy. Let's see, so that went down to 430 levels left. I might want her. I don't need her. I don't need her. And I don't need this guy. Okay, so it opened up level 6, so I've got actually 2 more people I can put into this group now. And it's 10,686 levels worth of sacrifices to get to the 7th level, which looks like it'll actually open up a 9 square capture move, or capture skill, which is, that's gotta be pretty strong. So I'm not really at the level yet where this is gonna be feasible, so I'll do that later. Okay, so let's get out of here. Okay, so here's where the jail is, and we'll go in here. So, the top menu item allows you to persuade your prisoners to submit, basically, to beat them into submission. Or I'm not sure exactly how you translate it, but let's look at this. So you actually have to choose a separate team of people who are basically interrogators, and they have these are the prisoners who still have some spell points left, who haven't submitted yet, and you can choose these different methods of persuading them to join your side. So this one's to beat them, threaten, withhold food. This is like leave them, I think leave them in solitary confinement. And then there's a special one that's unique to whatever character is doing the interrogation. So you can see I have 5. The 5 on the line below this is the number of chances I have to interrogate. And you can see on the bottom description that on each of these, it's basically using a different stat as a weak point. So, if you see that there's a whole bunch of a certain type of monster there, you can try to identify their weak point. I generally just go with special and jam on that. So it looks like I got, there were a bunch that were almost ready, and I got them with that one try. And then there's these 2 left, and I can't remember offhand what weakness these guys would have. It's probably maybe HP for these guys, so let me try that. Yeah, 204 and 185 versus, let's say, defense. No, that was exactly the same. So maybe, doesn't seem like it makes all that much of a difference here. So I have one more try. Okay, didn't quite get them, but that's fine because you just go away and do a mission or something and come back and you have 5 more tries. So eventually you'll get them to submit, and then when they show up on the list here, they will show up with no spell points. I think this mushroom guy and this imp are the 2 that I was still interrogating. The rest have all submitted by now, so I can do things like recruit them to my team. So I could select any of these to come over to be one of my playable characters. And you can also distill them, which I'll show later. This will actually distill them. So, for example, if I choose, let's choose this zombie, level 30 zombie, so he's not worth much. So I can actually distill his stats into I think they're called revenge crystals, I'm not sure. Oh, no, I'm sorry. They are called, magic potions, or let me see here. Magical extract. Okay, so that basically took a percentage of his stats into an extract that one of my characters can now drink to increase their own stats permanently. Let's see what happens if I get a higher. Okay, so this lady fighter here. Let's do the... Okay, so she's been distilled. I'll show those later. And then this actually allows you to take any of these guys and make them into a citizen of the, what does that say? Just someone who lives in the Makai, in the underworld. I'm not sure what that does yet. There was a quest for me to get 10 citizens, which I fulfilled, but it's not clear to me yet what that actually does. So I'll have more on that later. So let's get out of here, and I will show those extracts. I can't remember where. Okay, these are revenge shards. I missed it at the bottom here. Okay, so this was probably the one from the level 30 character. So, 12 increase to attack, etc. This was probably the one from the level 130 character, so it's, I don't know, they're slightly better. So, and then if you get a whole bunch of those, you can actually pass an assembly bill that will combine them all into one extract, and then I'm told there are ways of taking advantage of that in combat to spread it over multiple characters. I think he used the Maid to do that, but I'll get into that later. So let's just give these to one of my characters. Let's choose someone weak. Oh, that's right. I need to use the item. So you choose who to use it on. Yep. Okay, so he just got those stat improvements. Let's give him the other one too. There. So, you know, that's one way to build up your characters. Okay, that's enough for now. I will show more later. Thanks for watching.